Our society lives with two errors that are related. What I have called the myth of control and the avoidance of responsibility. The myth of control, that somehow you are in control of your life. Reality is you're not. Now, don't misunderstand me. You are responsible for your life, but that's far different than being in control. There is a sovereign hand that directs, that shapes circumstances beyond your control and mine, that hem us in, that direct us, that we think limit us. We are not in control, but we are responsible. So where does control end and responsibility begin? We cannot control life's circumstances. You cannot control illness that comes upon you. You cannot control age as it comes upon you, despite Botox and everything else. It happens and it's coming and you can't get away from it. And all of those things limit. So you can't control. But we are responsible for how we react, how we respond to the circumstances that come in to our lives. Think of how individuals in the Word of God responded to things totally out of their control. Think of a Joseph. Supposing you had been the one imprisoned for faithfulness to the Word of God, for faithfulness to purity, for faithfulness to holiness, and you're thrown into prison, and you're forgotten as well. How would you respond? Would you respond the way Joseph did? That Joseph served the prisoners, and Joseph said, "Do not interpretations belong to the Lord?" See, he responded recognizing, I cannot control what brought me here, but I am responsible for how I react while I am here. And I am here, and I will represent the Lord no matter where I am. Whatever my circumstances, I will live for God. So you are responsible for your response to every circumstance in life. Not just a Joseph. Think of a John on the Isle of Patmos. Understand it's a rock-strewn, barren, depressing island. And John is no youngster when he's there. He's an aged man, just exiled there. How did John respond? Why has God let me down? After all my years of faithfulness, here I am, and God has just let me go here. Is that how John responded? Amidst circumstances that were difficult, John is useful for God. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. You could go on, couldn't you? You could think of a Hosea. You could think of others in the Word of God with trying, difficult, almost unbearable circumstances of life. They couldn't control the circumstances. They could control their response to the circumstances. So you may have things that limit you in your life, or things that you think limit you in your life. Maybe a spouse that isn't all they ought to be. Maybe it's a single state and you wish you were married and how much more you could do. Maybe it's an inability to speak as well as you would like. Whatever it is, you can key on the limitation, or you can respond the way Paul does by recognizing God will allow no circumstance in my life beyond His control.